I hope you're ready for a journey, because it starts right now. Success is not a concept, it's a mindset. The only thing holding you back is you. It's time to make your dreams. Alright, welcome to the Journey Podcast. I'm your host, Sebastian Talley, and today I have with me Josiah Wheeler, the director of the Henchman film. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, that's great. So today we got a Q&A for you. We got a couple of questions we want you to answer about the film. And yeah, I'm excited.
Okay.
All right, so first off, how long have you been doing this? You know?
Okay, so I gotta do a little time travel to about 2 years ago, where I was I'm in classical conversations, and I was doing basically my first year in middle school, and I had this bizarre idea. I have no idea what I wanted to do, but I'm like, I want to make a movie. So I talked to my friend Deuce, and we just talked and talked.
You guys were coming up with ideas, right?
For a year.
Yeah, for a year.
We originally was gonna be the Indiana Jones movie.
Wow. So the Henchman was gonna be Indiana Jones.
Then that was a year later, you started Challenge A, and I'm like, yo, do you want to help me make this movie? Because he already had a YouTube channel too.
Yeah.
Out of the three of us, he was the most professional.
Yeah.
Even though I had been into filmmaking a lot longer than him, but unfortunately, he's extremely more experienced than me.
Yeah.
And has a little more moolah than me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then we got some ideas, and then we wanted to do a Zoom call to get an idea of the film.
I remember that first Zoom call. We set it up it's been a year now. You know what I mean? As of the point where we do this Zoom call, right? You guys talked for a little while, and then I joined in. And it's probably been about a year.
And then, so it was great about that. The only thing we made, because I had a little idea of what the film was going to be.
Yeah.
The only thing we did was we just flipped it back. So when you watch the film, you're going to come across the Avenger Squad. So the entire film originally was going to be about the Avenger Squad.
Yeah. And
then Sebastian over here, he's like, how about we just flip the coin and make it about the bad guys?
Yeah.
So that's where we are today. And then
you remember, what was it called? So yeah, we flipped the coin. We went up, but the original name of the film, when we decided, we want to change it, was going to be The Life of a Henchman, or it was going to be called The Good Henchman. It was kind of crazy. Now it's just called The Henchman.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was the original names of the film. But that was all that film that call was.
And it was another 6 months until he made any ideas, except for me writing a script, which I actually wrote this whole screenplay in my vacation in California. Funny thing, I did it in Hollywood. I know, I wrote the film in Hollywood. So.
Yeah. But, that is crazy. And then
I was writing most of the film. I wrote a little bit for an hour in LAX. We were waiting on our flight to come home back to Florida. So I think I was writing, which part was it? It was somewhere towards the middle. So I think I was writing a climax, where I think I actually wrote the words where William does execute slick moves on the bike. I think those words were written in Los Angeles airport.
Wow.
So I think.
Well, there you go. The words that will never be spoken because they were screenplay. Those are the final words that you wrote down. That's cool though.
Yeah.
That is cool. So you wrote it in LA.
And then we were like, hey, I have a script. We can actually get started.
Yeah.
But we should still know, are we actually legit about this?
Yeah.
Because we don't know anything. You only had the gaming channel.
I had a gaming channel. I was running a gaming channel, and then he was like, yo. And then I was like, all right, time to get to work. So I started doing tons of research and then just kind of figuring out stuff.
Yeah.
And we got together, and we started having a few more Zoom calls. And at this time, Deuce, it was the other guy, he wasn't able to continue on with the project. He just he had other things. And then we were also going to use, so at the beginning, the producer, all right, so I am the producer. And at that time, since I do run a business now, at the time I wasn't, we didn't have any money to use for the film. So we're gonna have our friend Grayson, who actually plays in the movie. What's his character's name? I forgot. Jack. He plays Jack. Now he was gonna actually be the producer of the film.
He was. I thought he was gonna be a stunt coordinator.
He's gonna be the producer. I remember I called him up. I was like, "Oh, are you gonna produce?" And he was like, "Yes, sir." I knew he was gonna do the stunt coordination too, but we ended up
maybe. Oh yeah, because he had a little YouTube channel too.
He had a little YouTube channel, and he was willing to produce it. But then over time, whatever, it changes, and that's totally fine. And so yeah, we wouldn't be here today without those guys' help. All right, so that's how we kind of got it started. And then, so what was your true inspiration? Because you said one day you were just like, "Wow, I had that idea." Do you actually have any inspiration?
No, not really. I think I watched just very bad short film on YouTube.
Wow. So
it was about Spider-Man.
So
and I'm
watched a short
hey,
film
these kids are in high school. They have this little iPhone. We can do that. And we were planning to do it on iPhone.
Yeah, this was before we had all my big fancy equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is super cool though. That's awesome. So let's see. So we had that in your inspiration. How was it recruiting people for this? Because, I mean, you did start this, and then you brought me in, and then, I was able to produce and film it for you. I mean, you're the director, but how was it to get those people? How was it,
So the casting, originally going to do auditions. But
I remember that. That would have been awful. I can't lie. That would have been actually awful.
But then my mom's like, I don't think we should do an audition. I think we should just ask them. And I remember... I just had this meltdown because I wanted to have auditions.
Oh.
I'm so thankful for my mother to discourage me from doing auditions.
Yeah.
And they were going to be video auditions anyway.
Yeah.
But Mom's like, we're not going to get more than 3 people to do this. And those 3 people are not going to do auditions. So we ended up not doing auditions. And we made a Facebook post on the homeschooler page. And then on our little... homeschool group chat.
Yeah.
Both of those, one of them we have one actor from the Facebook post, and then the rest of them were reach out to friends or family.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, they're doing this all for free, so, I mean.
Yeah, we really appreciate our actors.
Yes. Thank you.
We would not be, this film would legit, it would just be no one on the screen. We would just be filming locations without them. So we really appreciate our actors and all the time they've given us.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. We really do appreciate them. So you said you've been doing that. So in the process of making the film, writing it, was this the first film you've ever written?
Yes, it's actually the first film I've written. And side note, the film, if you are, since I was a former theater kid, and kind of still am, it mostly resembles a theater script because that's all I had experience with. I had never read a screenplay until after I wrote the script, which was Spider-Man No Way Home. Yeah. So it's kind of more of a theater script. So I mean, you could adapt it into a Broadway show with no songs. So it could be adapted, but
that's cool. That's really cool.
Probably not.
Yeah. And so just a reminder, guys, you can watch our film, The Henchman, well, not theaters, on YouTube, on this channel and the Henchman YouTube channel, whichever one you're watching it on. In the summer, it's getting close, man. We just released the trailer, so everyone go watch that. Just enjoy, because the Henchman is coming. All right, Thank you so much for coming out, man, and letting us film this podcast. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you again to our actors, if any of you guys are listening, and peace.